All right, we are now back with another NoGi Driller's Guide session. And again, we have Austyn. He's been very consistent with us, and he's been very consistently studying and trying to improve his game. And he's been doing a lot of crazy, he's wanted to do Barambolos, he's wanted to do K-guard, he's wanted to get into, a lot of off-the-wall stuff. So what I told him this time was like, look, let's just really work on something that gives you a good submission and really focuses on changing all the things that you need to change in your game. And to me, that's arm bars from close guard. And the reason that is because it develops your core better, it develops your hip movement better, it develops the way that you squeeze your knees, your thighs, it develops the way that you pinch down on their head and their back, it develops the way that you control their posture, it gives you, and to me, one of the biggest things with the arm bars, I've had the most success with arm bars in tournament. You get immediate results with arm bars typically compared to chokes and other things, mostly because a lot of people are willing to go to sleep in competition sometimes, or they're willing to push the level of going to sleep, and they're not typically willing to push the level of letting their arm get broken. So arm bars to me is like the number one thing that you can master and perfect and drill 10,000 of. It was the first thing that I drilled 10,000 of, and it's the first thing that I try to get a lot of my students to drill 10,000 of. And so let's look into some of the things that Austyn's doing right now as he's drilling these arm bars. The big thing is a lot of times his hips are still staying flat. He's trying to get them up there, but as you drill these arm bars, your core is not developed. And I remember the first time I drilled my first 1,000 arm bars, it fatigues the crap out of your core. So his core, I can see that it's getting exhausted. I can see that it's kind of like not getting the pinch and the bite and the shoot that it needs to, that it's just kind of throwing it up there. The second thing is his leg that's going on the head isn't biting down on the head. Like, it's biting on the neck, it's biting on the shoulder, but it needs to bite down on the head. His other leg needs to bite on the back. So really, it needs to be a huge pinch where you're shooting your hips up, capturing the arm. It needs to be where you're squeezing your knees. Like, you have to develop that squeeze in the knees, that biting down, like your toes are almost going to point back towards you instead of pointing away from you if you're getting that really good bite. And when you get that really good bite, the thing that's nice about it is it doesn't take a lot for your opponent to panic tap, because you can almost get people to tap before you even start to attack the arm bar. And that's the whole goal with every submission, right? You want the submission to be so dangerous before you even attack it that you get the result that you want. So I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned in the future for more episodes.